All right. What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. We've got a bunch of interesting stories for you guys today. We really have a lot to talk about. We've got Phil Heath, most recent guest posing. We've got Big Ramy, possible leaked pictures from 5 weeks out. Ronnie Coleman's Instagram, age restricted. And much, much more. So let's just dive into it right now. Let's go ahead and start out with a good cover story here that you guys probably clicked from the thumbnail. And that is the Phil Heath guest posing story. So I actually dug pretty deep to find a couple of these stories, and this Phil Heath one is one of those stories. So make sure you hip thrust that thumbs up button. So this first story, the Phil Heath guest posing. So this was an event that Phil Heath did at the very end of January called the PHP Olympiad. And this was in San Antonio, Texas. So this was an event that he did I guess it was kind of a charity event. It was also, interestingly enough, Patrick Bet-David was involved with this, the guy that does the interviews on Valuetainment. So my understanding is that PHP is actually the company or the agency that belongs to Patrick Bet-David. So this was kind of a seminar type thing where you got the opportunity to learn from Patrick and Phil in San Antonio. And I want to give a shout out to 7 Figure Squad on YouTube, which is where I actually found this video. So this is the most recent posing video that we have right now of Phil Heath. So in this video, he hits a front double bicep, a side chest, and a most muscular. And the whole point of that is he's kind of showing these people how to pose that he's working with. Specifically, I believe a lot of these guys are ex-military. So we've seen the kind of recent videos of Phil training, of course, with Patrick Moore. We've seen the videos of Phil and the pictures of Phil in the gym. But we haven't really seen any direct posing videos until now. So this gives us a pretty good idea of what Phil is looking like right now at about 30 weeks out from Athleticon, more specifically 30 weeks out from the Icon World Classic. And I think this posing video is this much more interesting and this much more of a glimpse of what Phil Heath's offseason really looks like, what his physique is really looking like. Now that we have the new ownership of the Olympia, could Phil compete at the 2020 Mr. Olympia under this new ownership? Now that we have the recent official announcement of the Icon World Classic IFBB competition that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is hosting at Athleticon, there are a lot of opportunities for Phil to compete in 2020, and he's kicking off the year with this posing video looking phenomenal. I think that's a great start to competing again in 2020 after not competing since the 2018 Mr. Olympia where he lost to Sean Roden. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think we're going to see Phil compete in 2020 or not? And if not, why? But shout out to Phil. That was a wicked front double bicep, and that's pretty much the whole reason why I included that clip in this video. As his front double bicep looks insane. Let's be honest, nobody competing right now as an IFBB pro, with the exception of maybe Patrick Moore, has a front double bicep even close to Phil Heath. All right, next up in the news, we have a Regan Grimes physique update here. So Regan Grimes posted this posing video with the caption, "Keeping it 100, posing off season. I believe this is the best shape I've been able to maintain. 3 months post-show. My goal is to make it to the Olympia this year in the open class. 4 to 5 months, I will compete again. Right now, trying to pack on some lean tissue." So he's going to be trying to win a show to qualify for 2020 because as of right now, he's not qualified for the Olympia. I think he honestly looks really good here. Regan is a guy that has had a lot of ups and downs in his career. If you guys remember, way back in the day, he went over to Kuwait and O2 gyms and put on a ton of size. Like, he got up over 300 pounds. He was huge. Then he shrunk back down to like 220 to compete in classic physique, where he competed at the Olympia in classic physique. That didn't go so well. Then he came back to men's open bodybuilding, and he started doing good again recently. So I'm really wishing Regan the best. I think he's a great guy. He's got a great bodybuilder, or he is a great bodybuilder, I should say. He's got great lines, was what I was going to say. That's one of the reasons why I like his physique. He's kind of a bigger guy, really, from a weight standpoint. But at the same time, being a taller guy, being a heavier guy, he still maintains that small waist. Kind of a vacuum pose in this video. But mostly, he just has really good lines, just kind of a very pleasing physique to look at, and a refreshing physique, really, in men's open bodybuilding. So I wish Regan the best of luck in qualifying for the 2020 Olympia. I would love to see him in that lineup. Anybody added to that lineup, I think, would make it more exciting. Now, next up in the news, I wanted to switch gears to a powerlifting story here. So I believe we've actually reported on this same girl before. She had a pretty crazy bench press. I guess it was about a year ago. So 16-year-old Michaela Reeves, 16, keep that age in mind, and she's a girl, crushes a 375-pound bench press. As you can see, she's I believe she's in her high school here because everyone's going crazy when she actually hits this bench press. So she's 16-year-old. She's a sophomore in high school. She's from Florida, and she is an incredibly accomplished powerlifter. She's been making a name for herself with several state records, her most recent state record being this 375-pound bench press. So she had originally set the record as a freshman at 15 years old at a 360-pound bench press, which I believe is the first time that I reported about her on this channel, was when she did that first bench press that was over 350 pounds. So this is just insanely impressive. I wanted to give Michaela a shout out on my channel. The 375-pound bench press from a 16-year-old female sophomore in college. Absolutely insane. Most of us can't bench 375 pounds. Most of us guys, most of you watching this probably can't. But if you can, or even if you can't, comment your 1 rep max on the bench press in the comment section below. All right, now next up in the news, let's get to another cover story here, a title story that you guys saw in the thumbnail. Could be a reason why you clicked this video. Ronnie Coleman's Instagram account. Now, this is an interesting one because I've gotten a lot of messages about this, probably dating back to the most recent surgery announcement that Ronnie Coleman had on his Instagram. And after I posted my video yesterday talking about something Ronnie posted on Instagram again, I got a lot more messages about this yesterday and last night. So a lot of people have been messaging me saying that either Ronnie Coleman's Instagram account has disappeared, they simply can't find it anymore, or when they go to his account, they get a notification that says this account has been age restricted and you can't view it. Now, Ronnie has about 3.7 million followers on Instagram, making him one of the largest bodybuilding Instagram accounts in the world. And I went over on both my phone and my computer, and both of them let me access Ronnie Coleman's Instagram page. So I didn't see this age restriction notification or whatever, but I have gotten enough messages about this that I think it's legitimate. I mean, I've probably gotten, I say a lot of messages. A lot of times people exaggerate. I've probably gotten 50 messages about this topic. So what I want you guys to do is go over to Ronnie Coleman's Instagram page and see what it says. And if it says that it's age restricted or not available or whatever, let me know in the comment section below what is showing up for you when you go to Ronnie Coleman's Instagram, because it's kind of interesting. What possible reason do you guys think Ronnie Coleman's Instagram page would be age restricted, assuming that he's not the one that enabled the age restriction? Because when people were first saying Ronnie Coleman's Instagram disappeared and they were sending me these messages, I thought, well, maybe he just blocked you. Because I get messages like that all the time from people saying, oh, Phil Heath disappeared, Kai Green disappeared, their Instagram's no longer available. Well, that probably means they blocked you. But Ronnie is a guy I just can't see sitting around on social media blocking people left and right. I think he's got better things to do with his time. But go look into it. Let me know what you guys find. Now, the final story of today's video, the final title story here. Big Ramy. Big Ramy, possible leaked pictures from 5 weeks out. Now, we've seen the photos of the Big Ramy death face. Insane. He certainly looks to be in shape on that front. We've seen the videos of Big Ramy's legs showing veins through his pants and through his shorts. Again, insane. And now we see what appears to be a leaked photo of Big Ramy at his therapist at a therapy session at apparently 5 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. Now, there's been a lot of back and forth as to whether or not this is a recent picture or an old picture. Now, let me tell you why I think it's a recent picture. So this page, O2 Therapy, they've got a lot of pictures and videos with different bodybuilders. Nathan Diasha, Andrew Jacked, doing therapy on them recently. And he put up this post with Ramy talking about 5 weeks out from the Arnold Classic, ready for the big fight. But also, if you scroll down on their Instagram, they have a video of Big Ramy with a beard, very similar looking to that picture where Big Ramy is saying he's 5 weeks out. Specifically saying he's 5 weeks out from the Arnold Classic and ready for the big fight. He's got a beard in the video. He's got a beard in the picture that they posted. So I think it's entirely possible that these photos are recent photos of Big Ramy. Not right now, because we're 3 weeks out right now, but maybe a couple of weeks ago he went there to get therapy done, and these photos were taken, and this guy maybe posted these photos and he wasn't supposed to, or no one really wanted to put this out there yet, because we haven't seen Big Ramy, outside of a sweatshirt, outside of a t-shirt. We haven't seen anything like this of Big Ramy during his prep for the Arnold Classic. But a little birdie does tell me we're going to see something like that in the next couple of weeks from Big Ramy. As we get really, really close to the Arnold Classic, there's going to be an insane physique reveal coming. So make sure you stay tuned to this channel for that. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed already. And as always, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. You mean the world for me. You mean the world to me. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.
Yeah, just 5 weeks out. Yes, sir. I'm ready for the big fight. Arnold Classic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And playing with the weights. Come on. Yes, sir. Inshallah. Yup. Come on. Good job. Easy. Nice. Nice. Good job, Ronnie. Let's go 1, 2. Let's go, champ. 3. Come on, 2 more, champ.